Welcome, jabronis, to Riding the Pine, hosted by myself, Drew Backley, co-hosted by my brother, Jesse Backley, and our good buddy, Jake Black Velvet Hugendorn. And welcome back to Week 10 of Riding the Pine. This week, again, I have my brother, Jesse.
Hello.
The biggest fucking rat in the league, rink rat, Kevin Anderson.
What's up, guys?
And the Birdman, our producer, Joshua Craven.
Sup, ladies?
Sup, ladies?
Classic.
Yeah. All right, into league news. The Seattle expansion team got approved to make the league 32 teams.
Yeah. They start, I think, the 2021 season.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really excited about it because now we have 8 teams across the board in all divisions. So
That is nice. I guess I'm kind of curious of do you think there's going to be more teams coming in, or is this it?
This the end? I don't know.
I heard that they were already planning on
Houston.
adding another.
Houston is the next on the horizon. We'll see how that goes. They've only been talking about Seattle for like 3 years.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm sure it'll take a minute before that becomes set in stone. But if I had to bet, that would be the next one. I don't know how much further they can really take it, just because you'd really be reaching into other fan bases. And there's only so many cities that can afford it and support it. So
I kind of wouldn't mind seeing.
Unless hockey just gets bigger all around.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would
that's
be
kind of what Gary Bettman's trying to do.
Yeah.
I hope to see maybe all 51 states have it. A team.
Their own team.
That would
Yeah.
be cool.
They've talked about it like
Yeah.
basketball expanding a lot more because
That would be cool.
like basketball and hockey stadiums they don't need as many people as like NFL.
No.
So you can easily support a team like in a lot
And you
of
can
cities.
combine the stadiums or arenas together. And
Right, and they can have like regular. What is it in soccer where regular?
you just have conferences or
No,
different
it's where
divisions.
like your team gets booted out of the league.
Oh,
regulated.
relegation.
Yeah,
Relegated.
Regulators.
Yeah.
Mount up.
Wait, they've been talking about that?
Not for hockey, but like basketball. They've,
Really?
Like not serious, but
I think that'd be a
People
great
talk about it.
concept. I'd love
We've
that
talked. We've
concept.
talked about that a bunch. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
I think that's the coolest concept. I wish every sport did that.
yeah.
What,
that is
had a
badass.
team in every state?
No,
minor league
yeah.
teams able to step up into the show.
Yeah.
If
If they're good enough that year?
yeah. So
Or-
say your top 2 teams of the AHL come up, and then your bottom 2 teams of the NHL go down, or however you format it. But that's the idea.
Yeah. I mean, there's loans. Like, you wouldn't be technically affiliated with, like, Grand Rapids wouldn't be like,
affiliated with the Wings if they were to move
not
up.
technically. They could still be a club that they loan players to Detroit very often, and they could have a close business bond. But Grand Rapids, if they, I don't know, won the Calder
Right.
Cup, they could just move up and now compete against Detroit.
That would
So
be
every
so
organization,
sick.
yeah, could have a shot to win a cup. And I think it's great because it just shows if you're really a good team, you can win the cup. You can just move up as a team, and
Yeah.
you don't have to wait to get called up by anyone.
Yeah. That'd be sick as fuck.
So I
That'd
like
be
that
cool.
idea, but it's probably not going to happen for NHL or basketball.
They'd have to
anytime
all upgrade their stadiums and.
soon. You'd have to change the
arenas.
whole format of
Yeah.
hockey, basically,
Well,
and
fuck
how
off.
it's worked.
Well, wrong sport, bud.
But so what do you guys? So there's no logo for the team yet.
Mm-hmm.
What's your opinion about that?
Well, out of the different polls, let's give them the options that are. So we've seen totems, Sasquatches, sockeyes, which is a fish if you're not familiar,
Yeah.
that is local to that region.
What was the other?
Which
the other
apparently
one?
isn't their state fish.
Metropolitans.
Metropolitans.
And these are different sources. This isn't all one source.
Yeah.
Which is probably a good thing
Yeah,
to
we
get
got-
to get all of them.
There's a vote
so-
on Sportsnet that has 3 teams.
3. It
Three.
was Sasquatch, Totems, and Metropolitans, and then
The
they
Seattle Sasquatch.
opened it up to the fans or the peers to come up with their own name.
yeah.
And a lot of
Vote
people
on it.
favored Krakens.
Yeah.
It's not even an option on that Sportsnet, is it?
It is, though, because the 4th option was to comment what the team name should
Oh,
be,
the
what they
Kraken.
think it should
Okay.
be.
And that's one of them that we saw earlier
Yeah.
when we first covered it. I like Kraken a lot. I like Totem.
See,
I like
the
sockeye.
poll I have had, it's basically when we talked about this, there was 8 teams and we listed them and
Yeah.
there's going to be a vote. The vote I checked up on, Sockeyes won by 2,
Mm-hmm.
146 to 144 over the Totems. So the Kraken
wasn't even an option.
No, but the thing is, once you refine the choices, I mean, Kraken could get obviously a lot of people who voted for something else that didn't even come close.
Right.
So
I have the odds here. It's looks like the totems are by far the favorite. It's even money, so it's 50-50.
well, that's
for
because the totem have real history in the Western Hockey League. That's what they were called back during that time. I don't think there's ever been another hockey team over in Seattle that was that big.
I think they were the Metropolitans for like 3 years, like almost 100 years ago.
Oh,
from what I read, and it was only like 3 years. So
not 100 years ago, clearly, but yeah.
Yeah, it was like 19. I want to say like 18.
1918. I don't think hockey's been around that
Seattle
long.
had a hockey team?
Yeah, it has.
Really?
Probably not a real like.
Hockey's been
just a
around
small team.
pretty long, but
It wasn't the NHL,
Obviously,
but they had
yeah.
right. But they had a team that I think that's what the people who are voting for are like. Let's be our old name. I don't like it just because it. Oh, am I yelling? Sorry.
No, you're breathing into the mic.
Oh. I don't like it just because I feel like it's a really bland, just doesn't mean a whole lot of anything. Just
The
sounds
Metropolitan?
lame. Yeah, like we're city people. Like cool.
Yeah, we're just gonna take a division name.
that and they're not really a metropolitan. Really, like
Not at all.
Not really. Maybe back 100 years ago they were probably the biggest city around, but like
I wonder how is like Vancouver. I know. So there's talk that Vancouver would be like their main team to come up against.
yeah, their biggest
But
rival.
I guess my question is, I don't know how close Vancouver is to Seattle, so I wonder if that's why they're called a metropolitan area, because maybe Vancouver's pretty close. But I don't know.
Vancouver.
I don't-
I mean, they're probably not going to be the Metropolitans. They're not even a choice on here. Like people
Matt-
are talking about it, but it's not like an option to even bet on.
While we move on, can you Google how far Seattle is from Vancouver?
The distance.
Let's just have a bet right now, a friendly bet. I bet you it's 3 hours away.
How many miles?
Well, yeah, we're saying
let's
we're
do
saying
miles,
drive.
'cause-
20.
No, I like driving.
200 miles then for you? 3 hours away?
250 miles.
That's over 3
I'm
hours.
gonna go with
Okay.
187.
187.
If it's truly a metropolitan, it's going to be like.
Well, they can't be that close
go
because
over.
Vancouver's not a peninsula.
I'm going.
So they're not right next door to each other.
I'm going 100. Wait, what'd you say, Trevor?
I said
Or Kevin?
187.
I'm going 120.
Can't go over one. No,
What?
I'm going
we're
120.
playing Price Right, right?
I can't.
No, it's.
I
no,
win.
I'm going to say like 420.
Just the closest to it. You can't get over. Just the closest.
420. I'll look.
All right. Well, let's move on while he
That's so
Googles that.
cliche.
Seattle's pretty high up there. In the state. This has only been in the making for 3 years. That's not true. John Barr apparently started this NHL Seattle website in 2013. So it's been 5 years in the making that these fans have wanted an NHL team. So it kind of shows you the dedication that
At least from that guy.
Well, that and just
And the fan base he has so far, it seems like,
just
as
starting
Jesse said.
just starting it all.
Yeah.
So
No,
that's what it takes to make a new team.
Which is also cool because it just goes to show how widespread hockey is.
Yeah.
And it always will be.
Yep.
Well, hopefully it just keeps growing.
I like my wiener.
Should we move on to the Kuznetsov?
Yeah.
Or have you found the mileage
No,
yet?
I haven't.
Okay. So during a game, Evgeny Kuznetsov goes in the corner, accidentally drops his stick, and the defenseman he was kind of playing against gets his stick caught into the boards, and Kuznetsov accidentally picks up the other guy's stick and gets called for it.
Yeah, he gets a penalty. It's. I didn't even know this was a penalty because I've never seen it. But you can't pick, because all the times we have seen it, it's usually some guy picking up his teammate's stick and using it, and it's pretty uncommon to have two sticks ever fallen in the same general area ever in a game. But so he picks up another guy's stick, and I guess the real question is, how do you forget? Because his stick is in the boards on the ground.
Yeah.
And then right above it is
The defenseman's.
the defenseman's that's stuck in the glass.
Right.
And he picks it up, and you can tell when you're watching the video that he genuinely at first believes that's his stick.
Right.
And then he gets a penalty on it. And I'm just curious, like, how do you forget?
Which stick is just
Not-
from the look of
If
it?
they were both on the ground, I could totally understand.
Yeah.
But one is sticking out of the glass.
Right. You got to know that your stick did not end up that way.
Yeah, like you.
I don't think it's so much that he forgot. It's more so the fact that it was easier to access the other stick. Yeah.
So you think that was like a play?
Maybe he was hoping they
that's
didn't notice.
That's a pro move right there.
It is.
If he gets away with it, that'd be funny as fuck.
What
If he gets away with that, only hardcore fans are ever going to notice that. And if they don't call it, what are they going to do about it later?
What was the actual call? Like when he went to the box?
I'm not sure.
I don't even know.
I don't know. Cheating? I don't know. I've never seen that, so I don't. What would the penalty be on sports? I don't know.
Yeah, on sportsman would probably.
I
guess.
I think it was actually.
Yeah.
I would imagine, but
might have even been point shaving.
Might have gotten arrested. So we'll move on to the.
I got an answer.
Unless you guys got it.
quick.
Answer for the mileage.
Yep.
Seattle to Vancouver.
You said
Not
go
gonna
over
be- not
what you said
mileage.
again. So we
It's
can.
220.
I said 250. Say it again.
kilometers.
Oh, see,
Oh
well,
shit! So
why don't you-
Kilometers?
well,
Well, Google that.
go and
Do
find
kilometers
out.
to
I
mileage.
got it.
Do the conversion.
I know how to do it in my
All right,
head.
all right,
It's
Why do you have to do that to us, huh?
143.
140.
I'm closest.
I
I said
believe in-
120.
Okay. Well, good job.
Cool.
Thanks.
Cool.
What do you want?
A medal.
Well, you can pick out of the jar here and get a prize.
Is it a medal?
No, there's a jar.
good
right
pick.
in
I
front
want a
of you.
medal, so fuck
What
the
did
jar.
you get? What did you get, Kevin?
Looks like you got a gumball.
I'll take that.
A bad choice.
All right. So the Canadians, on a pretty cool story, Canadians wore jerseys during warm-ups with their players' nicknames on the back to sell them for charity afterwards. So we thought that was kind of cool.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think every team should do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Just kind of gives the fans a more intimate way of like wearing a jersey that you've always liked.
Not
Right.
even that.
Like they
just-
would be cool as hell if they did that. Like for me, it would be Pasha. Like when people would spend money to
Yeah, that'd be
get
sick.
that on a jersey, like
But his-
not
his-
custom made, but actually made by Detroit Red Wings.
No, it'd be sick. But his nickname would have been Pav. I don't think they really called him Pasha.
We don't know. We're not in the locker room. We really don't know.
They didn't call him Nico, did they?
I'm in the fucking room in my dreams. What did you say? They didn't call
Nothing.
him Nico?
I just think that's cool all around.
Yeah.
That could also give the players like a little boost of energy,
Yeah. Some of the-
mentally.
That's a good marketing tactic, and everyone enjoys it.
Yeah. Tatar, his name was Tuna. Pex, Shootsy, KK, Galley, and Tuna.
Yeah, Tuna was Tatar.
Galley was Brendan Gallagher.
I don't
KK.
know who shoots.
Shootsy was obviously Carey Price.
No, Price was Pricer. It wasn't that good.
His should have
It
been
was, hey,
Price's, right?
Pricer.
It should have been Price's, right?
Um,
Oh,
Pax, who's I'm trying to think of Pax.
Lacanis.
Buchanan, no.
Thomas
Thomas
Plekanec.
Plekanec.
But yeah, that's
It's not
What's that?
Plekanec. It's Thomas Plekanec.
Yes.
Yeah, they
Mechanics.
say those names in like 3 different ways, so don't correct people on it, dickhead.
Okay.
Oh, you should if I said it wrong and he's saying it right.
I've heard it said Thomas Placanis.
Yeah, and it was
A million
wrong when
times.
you heard it.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Might as well just call him Platypus.
So Gritty, the fucking mascot from Philly that has made humongous news this year of just how terrible he looks, and he just fucking goes viral with everything he does. Took a half-court shot at Rutgers, and I guess made it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty sweet.
That's awesome because I didn't know Gritty had a basketball background.
I
I'm
didn't
just
know that
curious,
either.
like, what are the chances to make a half-court shot? What are the chances for a mascot to make a half-court shot?
Right.
And then on top of that, the next question, I don't know why it doesn't really correlate, but if I put a professional basketball player in Gritty's outfit, what are the chances that guy makes a
Not
fucking
very good.
half-court
Yeah,
shot?
not good at all.
Not very good.
Yeah.
I mean, how well can you see? I don't know.
Well, they
That
have
thing
like
is-
screens in those mascot
Right.
heads so that they can see. I mean, it's not like they're
And
blind.
but they're not that comfortable. I don't know. it's
No,
just-
they're hot, greasy.
Yeah.
It's gross.
I think it's conspiracy.
He's
And
obviously got old hot dogs, like rummaging around in a suit with Coke. Like, fuck knows.
I got something else. This is just going to add to the conspiracy. This is a conspiracy I heard about.
No one had
Gritty.
any conspiracy. You're making this.
No, how did
No.
this turn into a
There
conspiracy?
isn't an
I
ad.
think this is fake.
It's, you're
Kevin-
making it up.
No, Kevin talked about conspiracies last week about Vegas.
yeah, you weren't here
Not
for
gonna
that,
get
Drew.
into that, but it was a big conspiracy, and he's right. But so the conspiracy is the NHL wanted all the teams to get a mascot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of teams didn't want to. So
Yeah.
Philly.
Is that really a conspiracy?
like-
That's probably just somewhat
Oh,
true.
so you're saying they made they made
But
a
this is
terrible
the
one as a
conspiracy
joke?
Is as a joke, they had to make one, so they made just
A
the most
terrible one?
ridiculous one.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah, but that wouldn't make any sense because a lot
What
of
made you?
teams
What
don't
made you
have
think?
mascots.
What made you think of that? You just thought of that?
Oh, the
No,
conspiracy.
this was
Yeah.
a different conspiracy.
Oh,
Kevin's was like Vegas.
the
Oh,
Vegas.
so you thought of that?
No, I saw it online, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
I,
a lot
I,
of people were saying it.
That's funny.
I don't know if
that
it's
wouldn't
true.
make any sense though, because then that means every other team would have a mascot.
I know that's why I did. I mean, it's
Well,
so funny.
he's saying some teams just flat out said no, and Philly said, "All right, if you're gonna force us to do this eventually,
Right.
fuck it, we'll make a terrible one."
which ended up
And
being
it backfired because
I'm not
everyone
saying-
loves it.
I'm not
it's
saying
brilliant.
it's true, but it's
Yeah.
so funny to think like maybe they did do that.
Could.
like I'm in a fantasy football league. I'm 0 for right now, and if I go
The
0
0
for
for
the
the
rest of the season, I have to get gritty tattooed on my ass cheek, which I am completely fine with.
That's awesome.
It's
I don't
it is
believe that.
awesome.
What does
I
Gritty
swear to
even
God.
look like?
How many? There's like 1 week left.
He
serious?
looks
You haven't
like
seen him?
he
I
looks
have,
like
but
that.
I don't know what he looks like.
He looks like that red
know.
furry thing from the Muppets, but
if you've
orange.
seen him, you know what he looks like.
He's
I
a
know what he
googly
looks
eyed.
like, but I don't know how to describe him.
He's an ugly son
I don't
of a
think
bitch.
very many. I don't know. I don't know
It's
if,
just
how to
like an
describe him. He
orange
just
mon-
looks like a
orange-
homeless person
he
He
mixed
looks
with
like
a
a,
Muppet.
like a
It's
I
fun.
don't know, he looks like a
He's an
Muppet.
orange mongoloid
Yeah.
from Philadelphia.
okay.
Which also, just to piggyback, after he made the half-court shot, Philly just burned down the city. I don't know if you've seen that.
I
They just
feel
went
like
nuts.
that's not anything rare for Philly, though.
Right? No, I mean those fans are just brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fucking nuts. I want to go to Philly really bad.
Do you know that the Philadelphia
Let's go.
Eagles have the only court in their stadium,
A
for
court
people
in
that
their
get-
stadium.
or a
What?
judge present on Sundays for people that get arrested? Only NFL team.
What are
What?
you talking about? They have a judicial court in their
Yes.
stadium.
I think Kevin was high.
This sounds
Just
like a
imagine
conspiracy.
this.
I
There's-
promise you.
I don't-
Why would they have
Craven.
that? Is it
Run it,
attached to
run
their
it.
fucking city
No,
hall?
it's in the stadium. They have a judge present, or
Why?
it's a jail or one of the two.
So many people get arrested that they just have to like fucking.
Yes.
No way this is true.
They just have to expedite the process. Like, I don't even bust them to the jail. We'll just
Right.
do it here.
I'm pretty sure you
I
fuck
promise
it.
you.
You don't just automatically go to a court after.
Okay, I didn't mean court. I think it's a jail.
Oh, that's way different.
Yeah, that's.
But
great.
in a stadium,
that's
crazy,
I wouldn't be
but-
surprised if they have some sort
It's
of
definitely
clink.
not technically a jail, by the way. It's like a detention center.
Yeah, it's like stay in here, you drunk fuck, and
Right.
and
Yeah.
until the
Drunk
real
kid.
cops
Right.
come and grab you.
so just call it the Eagles' nest then.
Ooh.
Ooh, there you go, Philly.
All right. Moving on to Red Wings news. Danny DeKeyser out with. He's out for 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks. Is that? Oh, it's from that shot he took that he blocked
Yeah.
against Tampa. Yeah, I saw that.
Stamkos.
That looked like it hurt like a motherfucker
Stamkos
I didn't get to
was a
see
hard
it. Where
shot.
did he get
in his
hit?
hand.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a fucking rocket. So he's out for 4 to 6 weeks. According to Jesse, we are likely to call up Joe Hicketts or Libor Sulak.
Mm-hmm.
I like either of that. That's cool.
It's not according to me either, by the way. It's not like I talked to the fucking coach, and it's not my opinion.
thought-
It's according to the NHL.
No, yeah, I'm getting it
Bing,
from Detroit
Bing.
Red Wings and NHL.com. That's where most of my sources come from.
Oh, I'm sorry that I thought that they would
So-
communicate with Gordon Bombay.
Gordon
No, they
Bombay's
don't.
dead.
They don't have an open. They don't send you fucking text updates.
I wish. That'd be cool.
Well, maybe if we get this thing big enough, they will.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
They definitely wouldn't be texting you. I know that.
Yeah, I
You,
know
Craven,
that.
so-
I know that because I'd send them pics. Anyways, Mantha out for 4 to 6 weeks from the fight. You
Which can we talk about? What that was just a pathetic fight.
didn't like it?
On whose part?
I mean, both of them. It wasn't that good of a fight. I
wasn't
get
a
it.
good fight,
No,
but it
no,
was, it wasn't supposed to be like
A huge brawl? No.
yeah, scripted or
Right.
or any type of fight in the first place.
Which I
because
get. It was
Larkin got hit.
It was an awkward position they were both in, but I don't think.
A lot of fights end up that
I
way.
would say it's awkward. Larkin got
Kinda.
hit, and he just came to defend him.
Yeah, and it was kind of it was. I don't know if it was a purposeful headshot, but it did end up hitting Larkin in the melon.
Yeah. I don't think it was purposeful.
I don't think
at
it.
all.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think that was a bad
I
that
don't-
bad of a hit. It was just an awkward hit. that
I don't
led
care
to-
about the head. I'm just talking about the fight.
Well, the fight, those type of when it happens in the moment and your dude gets hit in the back of the head, those
Yeah, you're
fights
not-
usually aren't going to be.
Yeah,
like,
you're not
the
you're not
best looking
squaring
ones.
up. Like,
Yeah,
you're not taking the time to square up and find.
you're taking the time just to throw punches at this dude for
And you're
hitting a guy and trying to stick off your teammate. This isn't.
They're fighting right next to the net. It's
Yeah.
just,
They were not next to the net.
That is more of an
they were.
emotional fight and
they were.
less of like let's duke it
I
out
just
like
watched it yesterday.
men.
Sorry, Jesse. Didn't mean to upset you.
I still
I'm not
think.
upset, but I'm just telling you that's why it's probably not a good fight.
Well,
and
let's-
why spectators would be like, I wish they just squared up at the top of the circle or whatever. When something like that happens, it's a lot more emotion, and you just go at it,
Yeah.
Right.
and it becomes sloppy.
Well, let's talk about this.
Did you see what Blashville said about it though?
Yeah. Okay. So, for anyone who hasn't seen Blashville's interview,
I actually really liked how he.
I did.
commented
Oh yeah,
about
dude,
this
I
as
love
well.
it. He goes, I know this. He'd do it again, and I'm good with him doing it again. I want him to do it again. We want to make sure we're sticking up for each other. You're not going anywhere at any time if you got a team that's selfish and doesn't care about each other. No chance. The best chance for us to have great success here is for us to make sure that we're looking after each other at all times. And sometimes these type of things are going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty strong strong quote from a coach saying I completely support what he did.
And I would want him to do it again.
Yeah, that's
Like,
awesome
that.
to
That
see.
is the strongest statement that he said is I would want him to do.
I would
it.
hope
Yeah.
any
Oh,
coach
big
would say
time.
that.
It's
Yeah.
backing him about 100%.
Well, yeah, I love that Blashville's backing him. I want to not have a huge debate on this, but there's a lot of people saying, oh, great, Mantha fought, and now he's out for 4 to 6 weeks because he is one of our consistent goal scorers. There's a decent contingent of our fan base that would say, don't fucking ever fight, only score goals and blah, that type of thing. They're also the kind of people that want fighting to die, but.
I don't know if that's the case necessarily, but I'm fine with him fighting in this circumstance. I'm with Blashville on this 100%. So
Yeah.
I'm fine with him fighting or anyone fighting at any time in the sport of hockey.
So yeah,
I'm not on that page, but this one I'm okay with.
I'm pretty much with Kevin there. I
No,
do wish
because I'd be with the other guys and
Same.
saying people. What?
Would you be sad if everybody just started fighting?
No, I wouldn't be sad. I would just be pissed that everyone good would just be out for a couple weeks and we'd lose every game because everyone's an
No,
idiot.
it should be legal. Like everybody should be allowed to fight at any time.
Yeah.
They are. I'm fine with that rule, but
So
Drew's saying that people are mad at him for fighting because he's a valuable player and that he shouldn't fight because he's valuable and that
Right.
hurt our team.
right.
I don't think, to be honest, I'm fine with him fighting in this moment because it was the right time to fight. There's a
Right,
right time to
exactly,
fight and
yeah.
a wrong time to fight.
Yep.
Any time to fight is not good with me. I'm not.
If
I don't
you-
want Drew, the musclehead over here, going on the ice, proving to some chicks out in the stands, I want to fight this fucker
I
just
want
to
Drew
get
doing
some
that.
fame. I'd be pissed.
want.
I'm sitting on the bench over here.
Yeah, but I'm
and
not-
now we're losing 1-0 because Drew got a penalty because he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, but
I'm
I'm
not cool with that.
I'm not sniping every day like Mantha is, though.
Yeah, I'd
it
still
wo-
be pissed off at you though.
it wouldn't
'cause
be
you
a
got his
penalty because they're both getting 5-minute majors. So you're playing 4 on 4.
Not every time. The agitator sometimes gets
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
but
yeah, true.
Instigator, yeah.
But not if they both,
I do
accept the fight.
I agree with what you said as far as I like that he took the fight this time. I don't. Again, we both said that we don't think that's a dirty hit. I don't think it was like a purposeful headshot.
I do get a penalty, by
But
the way.
I-
Different penalties.
I like the fact that Mantha's more than willing to fucking go with someone, especially if you're coming at Larkin. Period. Or any of our
Anyone.
Yeah, pretty much anyone, but especially one of our more skilled guys.
There's
If it's double A,
That too.
Larkin, like our good guys that are gonna be. I'm sorry, but if someone takes a run at Erickson and it's not like insane, I'm not really gonna care.
I can see also you being upset with that just because
Don't
Detroit-
lead like Jesse's some da-da-da. He doesn't like fighting. Don't go down that avenue.
No,
Scary.
I can see that just because Detroit doesn't have a lot of goons per se on their team. So
The league doesn't
Why
really
would
have
that?
any
Why would that
goons,
affect
but-
what I'm saying? I'm just saying there's a right time and a wrong time. This is a good time.
and
I
I'm
get
just
it.
telling you, there's always a right time to fight in hockey. So this argument's over with.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go right into our game reviews. Red Wings against Boston. It was a fucking insane game. It was chippy from the start, it was chippy and just rough the whole fucking way. It was amazing. But we'll go stats first.
We got shots from Detroit. They lost 27-40. Face-offs, they won 63-47 or 37 percentage. Power plays, we were 1 for 4, and Boston was 1 for 6. And then hitting wise, we out hit them by 1, 22-21.
Yep.
Goals came.
I want to.
Go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to touch on the face-off. Larkin was 15-0 in face-offs that night.
Oh,
But
Solid night then for Larkin, huh?
fucking A. Go ahead.
Goals were Nyquist, Larkin, Bertuzzi, and old Jimbo Howard had 38 big ones. 38 big saves.
He continues to play very fucking well. I still see some soft goals that I think he had a good chance at, but overall, he's bootstrapping this team.
also, Franz Nielsen had a goal that game. Those goals
Yep.
on that list only name usually the first 3 people to score.
Yep.
So
And that was Nielsen's first goal of the season,
yeah,
so that we definitely have to touch on that. I think it was, at the time, 29 games without a goal, or 28 games, or 30-ish games.
yeah.
He had not scored
over
yet.
a quarter of the season.
Yeah. He did make it up. He did score a Hattie. Was that last night?
That was against Tampa, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's two. Yeah. So we'll cover this game first, though. But
So it was his first goal in 29 games, you're saying?
yeah.
Well, that's not as bad as Glendenning a couple seasons back.
You mean
He had 3 goals on the season, and 2 of them are...
I thought you were going to talk about Sheahan last year with
No, it was Sheahan. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, and he scored all of them in the last game.
Yeah, that was
So-
pathetic.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking sad.
Thank God he went to, you know who. We won't talk about them.
I didn't even notice you were
Pittsburgh?
wearing that sweater. All right, we won't talk about that either. Fuck that.
Bronco sweater?
Yeah. What?
Oh, I thought it was your Pittsburgh sweater. My
That's
bad.
dope.
Nope, that's
No,
colorblindness.
Broncos.
Playing
Yeah.
tricks
Okay.
on him again.
Okay. Besides the goals, I wanted to talk about Witkowski had a big open ice hit on DeBrusque, and then took a fight against Nordstrom. Wasn't really much of a fight. By the time they actually started fighting,
Going at it, yeah.
the refs broke it up.
Nothing new there.
Yeah, and then later, emotions were really running high, and Bertuzzi wanted to go with Marchand really bad, and it was obvious. Marchand wouldn't take the fight. They're skating back towards the neutral zone, and Boston had already taken a penalty, so Jimmy's skating back to the bench, and Marchand is in the process of backing down of a fight from Bertuzzi, and then hacks Jimmy Howard like 2 hands of stick.
Yeah.
So then Bertuzzi's like, fuck that, right? So
Well,
He's
Jimmy
clearly just agitating to get
Yeah.
people to have
just
trying to get penalties.
Right.
Jimmy retaliated and swacked Marchand.
Yeah.
So that was
as
nice.
As
Well
he should.
deserved, yeah.
Oh, yes. He's a rat.
Yeah, so then turns into somewhat of a scrum/line brawl, not much of one. And then the reason why I wanted to talk about it is that Tuukka Rask comes out and wants to have a goalie fight with Jimmy, and they're both in for it. They both want it badly.
Which you rarely see.
Yeah, and the refs fucking just squashed it for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
Just like we were talking about a couple weeks ago. What are the rules anymore? The refs, they
I don't
just
know. Yeah.
arbitrarily
I-
are like, nah, not this one.
I think there's. Here's my opinion about why they probably want to stop goalie fights more than any other fight. It's because everyone gets hyped up when a goalie is fighting.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That it leads to a lot of bench brawls. It leads when goalies are fighting, everyone gets hyped. Everyone wants to end the action.
Yeah, but
and it turns into more chaotic than probably what the NHL's cool with. So I think I bet you there's some word said to these referees to cut that stuff out more than players.
Maybe.
But in
Because
this instance, though, I feel like if I was the ref, I would definitely let it happen just because this is an original 6 matchup. And you know,
wouldn't
the
if
history.
your job's on the line because NHL might fire you for not doing what they told you to do.
I don't know if they would fire you, but
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
I
well,
wouldn't-
we can't argue about what we don't know. We don't know that the NHL put that out, so let's.
We
not,
don't know that, but that's my theory, and that's probably
Could be.
why.
Could be.
Which is,
But don't argue on that because you don't know.
Yeah.
I can argue on that, saying if you're gonna have your point of view, I'm gonna show my point of view and why that point of view is not
You're
good.
not giving a point of view. You're
My
just
point of view
saying-
is, if we assume, basically that they taught the refs to,
But we can't
not,
we can't
to
assume
stop.
You're
can in a hypothetical
You
world.
want to assume that. Well, I don't want to assume that.
Yeah, just stop
You
assuming.
can do that with a theory. Drew doesn't understand theories.
What is
he
that?
doesn't get it.
What is that saying? If we all assume we're all asses or whatever the fuck.
What is
Anyways.
If we all assume we're all Jesse,
The whole point of this is to have theories and assume stuff and make the best logical argument.
But you're
Because
making us all
obviously
assume.
none of us have firsthand knowledge about any of this shit.
Well, true.
do.
Yeah.
I'm
but-
just saying.
So if you're gonna
I
come
don't
at
think they
with
should have
me
broke
like
up the
I don't have
goalie
first-hand
fight.
knowledge, that's obviously the case.
I just yeah, but typically when we do argue, we have some information
don't.
available,
Other than sources, which
right?
the NHL,
Which is
okay.
information of
Secondhand,
available.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
secondhand. But we
Yes.
don't even. We have absolutely no idea if Gary Bettman whispered in someone's ear and said, "Hey, tell all the refs to break up
I would
goalie
think
fights."
well, or that's like you're like assuming if a fight broke out in collegiate hockey, which fighting is anyone should know in collegiate hockey is not allowed.
Okay.
That's like saying if there was a fight in collegiate hockey that the ref's going to get fired because they allowed the fight to happen.
No, that's very different.
Oh, that's what it sounds like to me.
I think your idea works, but it is different.
That's what it
Yeah,
kind
it-
of. You're
no,
coming
it's
off as a little
different.
asshole, and I don't like it.
It's just different.
yeah.
The players know not to fight. It's on them if they do fight, not the refs. And they do try to break them up, but if the players fight, they
Right,
fight.
right.
And the refs, I guarantee, in every NCAA competition, they step in to break
Oh, yeah.
up these fights immediately.
course. I mean,
but
they're
if a
student
player
athletes.
fights, it's not on the ref. Just like if the ref does try to break up Tuukka Rask and Jimmy Howard, and they get away and do bash it out,
Yeah.
that's not going to be on the ref either. The NHL's
Right.
not going to backlash that ref for not stopping it completely, but they're telling these refs, I believe, and I'm assuming, they're telling these refs to probably stop these goalie fights a little bit more, which is why we're seeing them do it. We're watching these guys go harder on these goalies and don't want that because I think the idea is it's more chaos.
So it boils down to Jesse. Do you think that they should have broke the goalie fight up?
No, I don't want it.
Okay,
There's a
then.
difference between wanting
That's
it
not
and
what
what
he
I
was
think
saying.
is going on.
Well,
No, I would love for that to be a goalie fight, and I would love for all of that to happen. One of the best moments in all of Detroit's history is obviously Chris Osgood and
Patrick
Vernon, all those fights.
Yeah. I think your theory holds water. I think the NHL might be thinking somewhat along those lines. I just really hope not because everyone fucking loves a goalie fight. How awesome would it have been to see those two fucking psychos go at it?
Especially
Because Tuukka Rask
yeah.
is a fucking nut job.
I don't
and
think-
Jimmy Howard is not as famous of a nut job, but I think he's a complete nutcase.
Who do you think wins?
When you watch him in
That's
his
the
interviews,
question.
who do you think wins?
watch Jimmy in his interviews. Look at his goddamn eyes.
Well, they're always glossed over.
Do you want that guy in your home? I don't.
I
With
would
those
be
fucking
fine with
his eyeballs are always
Jimmy can
darting
come over to
around.
my
His
house
eyeballs are always
anytime he
like,
wants.
Well, I mean that goes for any goaltender.
yeah. I mean,
They're
I know, yeah,
they're a
everyone-
special breed, really.
yeah.
Oh my
Well, they're always nuts. It's just
Right.
something about Jimmy's goddamn
So who wins?
eyeballs that freaks me.
I think you're just
Take
scared.
your pick.
I think you're scared of the
We'll
fact.
see in a couple weeks because they do play again. If I had to pick,
I'm going Jimmy. Just
I
because
think
he's
I'm going
bigger.
Jimmy. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'm going Jimmy too.
I don't know. I think Rask has that golden bear mentality.
I
that
think
he
there'd be a
carries
lot of
around in his
spinning.
helmet.
I think Tuukka would be wild, and they would just go in like a spin
There'd
for
be
a while.
some wild swings.
But
yeah.
I think who lands on top, if you want to count that as the win. But I mean, obviously we don't know. But
So
I
you
think,
just think it's going to turn into a synchronized skating out there, just
no,
spinning around?
I just don't see Tuukka going blow for blow with Jimmy. I see Tuukka having to swing his guy around and like kind of be
yeah,
more
defensive than on the offensive.
He's just gonna have to, I don't know, be more tenacious, and he's gonna do. I think there's gonna be a lot of just spinning and not a lot of punches.
I think once Jimmy tosses his buck in, he shows those fucking psycho eyes. Tuukka's gonna be like, "Oh shit!"
Tuukka's just going to just kneel down.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, "Wow, dude, I was scared." Or I mean,
I thought I did a lot of coke before the game. Jesus.
He's like, I thought I was scary. Look at those fucking eyeballs.
All right, let's move on to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Avalanche game.
Okay, Colorado versus the Wings. 0-2 loss.
Yep.
Shots 29-24.
For the
to-
Avalanche.
Right.
Yep.
Face-offs 44-56 to Detroit. Power plays, Colorado went 1 for 1. We went 0 for 2. Hits 20-26. We out-hit them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a whole lot of an opinion on that game besides.
Neither do I.
Well, we obviously have to talk about the Bertuzzi altercation that.
Well,
that
not even just that. Just how about the
transpired.
rivalry and the history between these two clubs? Let's not forget about that.
Well,
That
they
has
they
died.
carried it. Well,
it's died.
not Sunday.
Hardly.
It's not.
No, it's not the same. Obviously,
Yeah.
no, it's not the
Yeah,
same.
I don't know.
Fuck, Colorado disassembled all that team in like 2002 or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but for anyone who has not seen, who lives under a fucking rock, Matt Calvert got hit by Mike Green on the ice near our bench, near Detroit's bench. Michael Rasmussen grabbed Matt Calvert's stick along with what looked like Bertuzzi might have gotten hold of the blade. Matt Calvert turned around to get his stick back. The guys wouldn't give him his fucking stick back. The guys on the bench. He pulls backward. They won't give it back. He then pushes forward, which some are saying looked like a spear or an attempted spear. And then Larkin reaches over the bench, grabs a hold of the guy's back, pushes him toward, like pretty much brings him somewhat into the bench. Tyler Bertuzzi drops his left mitt and just gives him a solid fucking uppercut
I love
right
it.
to the kisser.
I love it.
So he got a 2-game suspension. Bertuzzi did.
Detroit is at fault on all of this right now, and I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah.
I love
See,
it.
that is something I wouldn't be cool with. That is a dumb fucking play by Detroit.
It was dumb, but I like it just because I like the fighting. And
It wasn't even a fight. It was.
well, I know,
It was
but
a
I mean,
jump. They jumped
that's
him.
that's something that I would do. I would definitely,
Yeah,
definitely
I'm not
sucker.
fucking
I would
having-
definitely sucker an opposing rival
All right, Marshawn,
right in the face.
Fucking douche.
Yeah, I think the way that Bertuzzi justified it is that he either did get speared or thought the guy was trying to spear him, so he reacted. But I do think overall we are definitely at fault. It was a dumbass play to grab the guy's stick. That does happen somewhat commonly, but when the guy goes to grab it from you, give it back.
Give it back.
The
Yeah,
one I
I
actually
mean,
blame more
this
than
isn't the playground.
Bertuzzi is Rasmussen. If you look at it,
He did it, yeah.
Rasmussen started this whole thing, and
I
then
know.
Tyler just sees like two guys over to his left who are sitting on the bench grabbing this guy's stick,
Yeah.
and he sees a blade under his mitt, so he's like, "Fuck it, I'll grab on too."
Yeah, yeah.
So all three of these guys are now holding onto this guy's stick, even though Rasmussen actually like
Started it.
He reaches out to grab the guy's stick.
Yeah.
Like he's like,
He just
"No,
goes-
you're not going anywhere, pal."
Right,
So
so
he
he
does
go-
that, and then
Gets away with everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
for
He
sure.
just went out of his way to commit a stupid penalty, is what you're saying?
Rasmussen didn't even get a call.
No,
he-
Bertuzzi, I'm talking about.
But no, Bertuzzi, I don't think was the major one at fault. Rasmussen is the one who caused this all to happen.
Right.
Bertuzzi played in,
Yeah, for
but
Played
sure.
it-
I
played a little
guarantee
too
if
much.
Rasmussen didn't grab that stick, that none of that would have happened. Bertuzzi wasn't going to grab onto the blade by himself.
No,
like he wasn't even thinking that. Like you could
I think
see,
he was kinda
saw
late-
his buddy
he was late
grab
to
it,
it, yeah.
and was like, okay, yeah, I'll do it too.
Yeah.
and then the guy just tries to spear basically Bertuzzi, and Bertuzzi gets pissed, and it's actually his right glove. He drops his right and gives him, yeah. He
It's
gives him-
whatever.
he
It's
gives him-
Colorado. I just see it as Bertuzzi's carrying on his father's legacy. So
To
Just-
be honest, I don't know who's the one I blame the least at Bertuzzi. I would blame Larkin even more than Bertuzzi, just because Larkin grabs onto the guy.
if we're going into the blame game, I'm blaming Blashill. I mean, get these fucking hooligans under control. And if you're that upset about it,
I'm not upset. I'm just wondering why the NHL. I just don't get it. I know he punched him,
Yeah.
you don't
But
get the
that's it.
NHL
but
what?
the guy
right there.
tried to spear him first. So
Why? Yeah, I think the spear actually missed.
it did. It went
I
right
think-
under his.
Yeah, I don't think he really got speared, but I think he
didn't
took
at
it.
all.
Yeah, he took it that way, so he punches him. He really got fucking pissed.
Yeah.
I'm at least partially with Kevin, where I did think it was funny as fuck, just to see.
I think it's funny.
I don't like it. Like I think for
think it's funny, by
future
the way.
reference, I think Tyler Bertuzzi, if he wants to fight, should keep it on the ice.
Yeah, and I think he usually
is it-
does, which is why
Yeah.
I like Bertuzzi most of the time.
Yeah.
That's why he only got a 2-game suspension for this, is because he's never been
Right,
like that.
because the refs know they do that again. He's coming after the Zebras. So
And I think it's like you just said, kind of ironic that he did his first dumbass shit against Colorado. When you think of what
Yeah.
Todd Bertuzzi did playing for Vancouver against Colorado.
right, you know,
R.I.P. Just kidding. He's not
just
dead.
killed the club.
Yeah, that's. I mean, Pretty ironic. So we done with that? So, I mean, that was big news. There's I don't know if you guys noticed, but Colorado's Twitter fucking blew up. They want Bertuzzi arrested. They want him fucking behind
That's
bars.
a bit far.
I know. It's always a bit far. It's a fucking internet.
And there could be an argument.
What's that?
There could be an argument for that.
Yeah,
As
but
far as what, assault?
no.
Yeah.
Let's not get
Oh
into
my
He should go
legal.
to jail.
Oh.
Jesse is a lawyer.
hate to
Listen,
I'm not a
okay.
lawyer. No, I'm not.
in like 2 weeks, you'll be graduated,
You sound like
and
a
you'll
lawyer.
be on your way.
I haven't
hopefully.
passed the bar, so
I know.
no,
I know, I don't
am
wanna
not
jinx you,
a lawyer.
You don't
and
even
it
go
is
to the bar.
illegal for Drew
Well,
or
actually,
anyone
yeah.
to represent me as a lawyer. So no, I am not a fucking lawyer.
in bird law.
Craven knows all about
No.
bird law.
He's not.
It's like how like you guys, you guys, no, I'm not. You can get me in big trouble for that.
You think people that are important would be listening to this and
I
being
thought
like,
you were a
that
lawyer. You
fucking
clearly cannot.
fuck.
No,
trouble for
I'm
Drew
just
calling you
not
a
trying to
lawyer.
go to jail because my brother calls me a lawyer and someone, I don't know.
Googles you.
I've been
and
telling everyone at work that you're a lawyer and that we should recruit you to help with our next.
That is on you, and I will defend
I'm
myself in
stopping
court.
this. I'm stopping this recording. We can't have like this is. Jesse's not a lawyer. If you keep calling him a lawyer, the cops will be here any minute, and I'm not going to have the cops
the
in my
fuck up.
house.
Okay.
I
I
thought
know
you were
I'm
being
making
serious.
it
I was like,
a
oh
bit more
shit, what did we
dramatic,
do?
but
With those 3 games, I did want to make a point. We beat the Bruins, lost to Colorado, and the Lightning. Those are 3 pretty good fucking teams,
yeah.
and we only were able to beat one. I'm still holding strong with my. We should sell at the deadline. Basically anyone who's interested in anyone for future picks. Just quick point. Just because I want everyone to notice that when we're playing good teams, I think beating one team is good out of a three game stint out of playing the league's top teams. That's probably pretty good for us.
It's like a
I don't
33.3%
agree with that at
win
all.
range.
We should not sell. Our team is finally looking good. Our first 8-9 games, we lost basically every goddamn one of them. And now I think we're 12 and something. We're 12 and 13. We're close to 500. We won a shit ton of games in November. Our team is
We
looking.
played a lot of soft teams though.
We just beat the Bruins. We've lost to Avalanche and Lightning, and
No,
the Lightning are very, very good, and we lost in a shootout. I think our team is turning it around. I don't think we're the greatest team in the NHL by far, easily, but I don't want to
middle-
sell because
we're
a
middle
lot
of
of our
the-
team's already young, and they're already showing
Yeah.
some promise.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I'm not trying to sell. I'm not with you.
Well,
on selling.
I'm not saying our young guys. I'm saying guys like Nyquist, and there's only a couple guys that they're interested in. We're not going to be giving away Bertuzzi, Larkin, AA. Not those guys. The guys that are already playing well right now that are probably our future. I'm not talking about those guys. I'm talking about the old vets. Like if anyone wants Vanek for a fucking used puck bag, and I'm just saying those guys we can do away with. Cut them, and make room roster slots for next year for Veleno or Hronik or
I'd be somewhat fine with that.
that was my entire goal.
Okay.
I'm not saying the young guys who are on our team that are
I just
carrying
don't
the
know how
team-
much we're getting out of any of the. Everyone kind of knows where they are.
Yeah, I
the
don't know.
only
maybe Nyquist.
experienced guy that we have that is any good is Mike Green. Mike Green's phenomenal.
A team I think I could very very
For
much
us,
see a
at
team
least,
be
yeah.
interested in Nyquist towards the end of the
Nyquist
year.
is good. Don't get me wrong. I don't
Yeah.
think it's nearly as bad as probably what you're making. I don't think it's that bad, but
I think he's worth trading for picks for sure.
I wouldn't be against it.
Anyways, we'll go into the Lightning
Or
versus-
advocator for that.
Yeah.
matter.
Oh yeah. You could trade anything for him.
You
Anything.
want to get rid of Abby, is what you're saying?
I'd be fine with Abby leaving.
Wow.
I've
just gonna
never
drop-
hated him, but I've never been a huge fan
You're
of
just
Abby.
going to drop the
Couple-
Michigan man like that.
Couple
huh?
rolls of tape for me, bud.
For Detroit, yeah.
Couple rolls of clear tape and Abby's gone.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll bet a paycheck on it.
Lightning versus Detroit, 6-5 shootout loss. Shots 35-24. Face-offs 52-48. So they beat us in both of those. Power plays, they went 0 for 2, we went 0 for 2. Hits 14-20, so we out-hit them. Nielsen got a fucking hattie. His second career hat trick. That's pretty fucking special.
And the boy you wanna sell.
Yep, Nyquist, 2 goals. There you go. That's another draft pick. The more I want him to light it up, so we get more picks, better picks. That's good. He's his prime is over with.
I don't really think he ever had a prime. He was never really a standout guy, you know?
Yeah, and a team will. Well, we don't have to do a whole nother Nyquist trade or not argument. I'm just saying.
No, I don't want.
I do want him
anyway.
to keep scoring and doing well, so that we get a better pick for him. Larkin also had a goal.
No. Another mistake.
He didn't have a goal. While Craven's away, he can edit all this. But why do you want to keep getting picks?
What do you mean?
Like, we're already in the rebuilding process.
Because,
So you just want to keep getting fresh blood.
No, not just endlessly do that. I think the guys.
I'm not saying endlessly, but like we've already had a good draft, and I mean these guys
We had
are
one.
one since
Yeah.
the big names left. But I'm saying like they're already in the rebuilding process. We already got a new coach, a newer coach.
I think we give it one more.
One more hoorah.
Yeah, one more draft, one more sell, get more picks because
So in like what 3 seasons time, who's going to be our vets then? You're saying A
Bertuzzi,
squared, Larkin,
Larkin, double A.
Bertuzzi.
the guys who are carrying us right now are going to be moving towards their big contracts, and the guys that are coming up behind them, Veleno, Hronik, Chalowski, those guys will be towards the end of their entry level contract, and hopefully will be somewhat near the point where they're playing above their ELC. Those young guys and the guys that are on their bridge deals, which I just all the. I don't know how to group those guys. Larkin,
All right.
those guys. All those guys will be on their bridge deals, so they're not insanely expensive yet, and we can capitalize for maybe 3 to 4 years on a cup run
Right.
/ bubble.
I guess what I'm saying, like, so do you think that?
That's prefacing if we get something very good from our drafts, by the way. Not
Well, we
prefacing,
just
but
got
hoping.
Zadina. So
Yeah, but
So do you think that, the people we just talked about, Larkin, Athanasiou, Bertuzzi, do you think in 3 years' time or whatever that these guys are going to be,
legit.
that they're going to be leaders that could lead us to a cup run?
no.
I think 2 of the 3 are.
You said no, Jesse?
I would say 2 out of the 3
Yeah.
are possible.
I don't think they're going to be the first liners that take us there, but I think they can be a part of the roster that does go there. For
I
sure.
think Double A could be the only one on the first line. Bertuzzi, I
Third
like
line.
a lot. Who? Double A?
No, Bertuzzi.
Well, Bertuzzi's
On a Stanley Cup
second or
team.
third.
Yeah.
I just see Bert as like
I'd-
a third line playmaker / grinder. I think
But
he's
he's
just,
good at it. I'm
Oh,
fine
yeah,
with that.
for sure.
Yeah,
On
I
a Stanley
like him.
Cup team, I don't think we see him playing more than third line.
no.
Maybe some power
Not at
play,
all.
but
Maybe some second. I could see that.
yeah,
He might be
some.
Yoga Holmes, but I don't. Honestly, Larkin is out of those 3. I don't think he's our leader.
No,
I do.
I don't.
I don't. I think Double A is our best player, and I
You
think,
say that every episode.
Yeah.
but his-
Well, I'm
he
going to
is.
remind everyone because he will be.
well, if he can get his giveaways under control, I think he might turn out to be better than what he is.
I
but-
think you just need to watch your tone when you're talking about him.
I
Because
like
me and
Double A.
Jesse agree on this, and that's very rare.
I like Double A.
He's faster. He's got better hands,
Yeah.
better hockey IQ.
Yep.
I could go on.
I think he's got a lot better hockey IQ than
His defensive side of the puck is maybe like 40% less than Larkin's.
he doesn't steal
And
the
coaches-
puck nearly
coaches
as
look at
well
that
as
a
Larkin
lot.
does. I agree. Like he doesn't
Not just steal the
pickpocket.
puck. I mean, actually being active in the defensive zone and also not getting burnt.
Larkin gets. He got. I'm gonna bring this. He got burnt on this game. Lightning
He
versus
got
Detroit.
burnt.
Double A gets burnt.
The very reason they
Often.
tied the game in the Lightning versus Detroit was because of Larkin's mistake.
And if you go in,
that's one point in time.
And
If
if
you
you-
look over a season, Double A gets burnt quite a bit more.
well, if you
Point
go
him out
and
'cause
look,
I
gets-
don't see it that often.
all right, I just want.
I
to
He
I
might.
will.
You might think he disappears in the defensive zone, and
He gets caught puck watching a lot.
You're getting caught.
If he's
puck
that
watching.
weak side winger and that defensive and that far side D slides in, or
you're gonna need to show me some instances.
I'm gonna
about
have-
this,
yeah,
and I will
I mean-
show you specific. Like right now, and he's done it. I've mentioned him on this podcast before when he's done it, and I will go in about this one if you want, but Larkin gets out of place. He forgets that there's a guy trailing behind him, and I'll go into it. But so we got the stats for the Lightning Detroit game. What do we got? Nyquist and Nielsen scored within 21 seconds in the first period. We're up 2-0. Second period was kind of a Jimmy Howard brain fart, basically. Yeah. The first goal, Jimmy comes out to poke check. He hesitates a little bit. The other guy poke checks it, goes over his glove. I don't give that against Jimmy.
No.
It's just kind of an awkward play.
That's so lucky. That guy got so lucky.
It was a lucky play overall.
Fuck.
But if you had to name one thing about what Jimmy did wrong there, it was probably it looked like he had a little bit of a hesitation. But it was just kind of a random play.
Yeah.
Second goal that they scored was Jimmy. It gets shot behind Jimmy. Jimmy comes around to take the puck behind the boards, and you can hear that Howard is being yelled at twice. It gets said twice. So Jimmy does a backhand pass. It hits off a Tampa-based player's skate, bounces right in front of the net to another Tampa guy, and he puts it in an open net.
Right.
And you can blame that on Jimmy for not being aware. But a lot of people, and the announcer goes in on this point. He's like, you can hear Howard, but you don't know if that's either the Lightning player saying it or if that's actually Mike Green, because Mike Green was right there too. So you don't know who's calling Howard's name.
Right.
But when I re-listened to this play like 2 or 3 times, I honestly do think Green was the one calling. That was Green's fault, not Howard's. Green, I think it's Green yelling for Howard to pass it to him. He doesn't know a Tampa guy's right on his backside who's about to catch him. Because you can hear in this, you can hear it. He goes like, Howie, and then like you can hear like right at the end, like it stops. Like he's like saying no. Like Howie, and he's like, oh, no.
Well,
He's trying to correct it.
Just right there with you saying Mike Green says no at the end, I would not blame Jimmy in this situation.
No.
Because as a professional goaltender,
I would say anyone who watched that play, just look at it closer. I think that's because the announcer's like, that could have been the Tampa guy. That could have been. And they don't have enough time to go over it like we do on a podcast. Right. But if you watch that play a couple times, it sounds like he says no at the end. And that makes me think it's Green. That Green was the one yelling Howie, and then that he finally realizes a Tampa dude right on his ass. Right. And then he's trying to correct it. And by that time, Howie's already making that backward pass.
What I'm trying to say is I just don't think that I think it is Howard's fault in this scenario because as a goaltender, you have to be cognizant of what's going on around you. So
but your team's got to help you.
I understand that, but if the way you're making it sound is Green's calling for it on the boards in the corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Behind Howie's back.
Okay. But Howard should have his head on a swivel, regardless of who's calling his name. He needs to know what's going on around him. So if he doesn't have a pass behind him, just shoot that fucker right out.
But he thinks he does.
Yeah.
And it's
that's
Green.
where I'm saying I don't agree with you.
If Green is actually yelling his name, if like Green would come on like, yeah, I was the one yelling his name, that's on Green. If Green isn't yelling his name, then that is on Howie. Because it's on Howard not only to recognize
you have to be
Green's
able to
voice
trust your buddies
on the ice.
They have to trust.
Yeah.
But then,
when you're playing, you have to trust.
It's too fast. You won't be able to know everything at once.
Well, it's kind of like the old saying goes, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. So this one, to me, is on Howard because he should have known what was going on around him, regardless of whether Green was calling his name or not. So we can disagree on this.
Okay.
And it is on Howard. I'm right.
I disagree.
If we assume Green was one calling, it's definitely
okay.
Green.
So let me give you a scenario.
So if Green is calling his name, if you assume, if we can go into this one, if Green did call his name, is it still on Howie?
Yeah, because let me give you a scenario.
Okay.
Let me give you a scenario. That's like
still on Howie.
Let's go back to the high school days of you and Drew. You're down in the corner and Blankenship comes out of the net, and you're saying pass it, Blanky. And he passes it.
And that should have been his nickname.
And then the opposing team scores. Who's that on?
Jesse.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, absolutely.
Unless it was a bad pass by him.
Yeah.
But it's on me.
I just don't think you guys like gingers, is what it boils down to. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's definitely I disagree with both of you.
Yeah, but if you play, you know that there's gonna be time.
That was a low blow.
I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying.
Just for the listeners, I never played any organized hockey in my life, but I am a bigger fan than both of these twats. So.
But you know that you have to be able to trust your buddies. And
I understand that, but at the same time...
Listen, if I'm calling to Jesse and I see that he's got his back turned to me and I call for the puck and he moves it to me, I know that he didn't get to see what's going on behind me, right?
That's why he called for it.
That's why I called for it.
Yeah.
He gave me a blind pass.
I understand exactly what you're saying. You're not listening to me, though.
I did.
He should have...
No, you want me to have more time than I need, so I need to turn my head to look, and by that time, I'm getting hit by someone.
Yeah. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you see who's coming and what's going on before you get to the puck, not as soon as you get to it, just immediately dish it off.
That's actually not a bad point.
Exactly. But you just keep telling me I'm stupid and fat.
But I don't know if Howard didn't do a head swivel. Like, he probably did and just didn't see the guy. Or the guy, he didn't know how...
So you just made my point.
No, I didn't make your point.
Oh, you did.
No. Should a goalie always do a head swivel before he goes behind the net to see where people are? Yes. But once you do that head swivel, you have like 3 to 4 seconds, and by that time, hockey is very fast where the whole circumstance could change in that moment. And if you don't think that's true, maybe it is because you haven't. It happens, and that's why people call for it.
I feel attacked.
Well, you're wrong. That's why.
I knew you were going to
wrong.
react.
Yes, you are. You're wrong.
Oh man, I'd love for some listeners to tweet
Making
it
a
on this
point
one
of
because
that he
this
should
is,
do a head swivel.
So
everyone can agree. That's a simple point.
What's the difference from a quarterback in the football and a wide receiver saying, "Hey, I'm open," but the quarterback knows he sees something else that's happening. He should
because he doesn't have his back turned
in charge.
Yeah.
In this play, the goalie had his back turned to the guy he was passing it to. He was passing it behind his back. The guy behind him is calling for the puck. We're assuming that the guy behind him is calling for the puck. So he passes it behind him. It gets deflected out front, goes into the net. It's not the goalie's fault because he's trusting his buddy. It's on his buddy. Yeah. If you're calling, like I just explained, if I'm calling it from Jesse while we're playing and I know he's got his back turned to me, I know Jesse is not able to see what's behind me. So I have to be aware enough to make the call for both of us that I'm open enough to call for that pass.
Okay, well, now that you're let me talk, Jesse.
Yeah,
now that you're breaking it down,
for sure, on the skater for sure, but the
goalie does have a duty to be aware, but
he also has a duty to know.
Okay, but like you just said, sometimes you take a look. 2 seconds later, the guy just went from the top of the circles into right on top of you.
Yeah.
So,
well, now you're getting into a gray area because
the whole thing's a gray area. We've been arguing about a gray area for 5 minutes.
But I'm saying, okay, so you're saying the puck went into the zone. Was it dumped?
I honestly don't.
Whatever. It went behind the net.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So ultimately, Jimmy Howard had a choice. He could have stayed in net, hugged the post, or come out and play the puck. So ultimately, again, I'm right. It's on Jimmy Howard.
In that situation, most goalies would have come out and played it because that's if you get a goalie who can play the puck well, it's like a third defenseman.
Keyword there. You said most goalies.
Yeah.
So not every goalie would have done what Jimmy would have done. So
if that is your proposal, then you are saying Jimmy Howard had the foresight to know that Mike Green was going to make a comment and that it would be wrong. That's why he didn't go behind there. He knows Mike Green's an idiot, and I'm not going to go behind my net because I know Mike Green's going to shot the puck, and it's going to be wrong. Therefore, I'm just going to stay in my fucking net and keep it calm.
This is a great argument. This is a great argument. I just want to point out.
I think Jimmy should actually make that call if it's Jonathan Ericsson coming to the corner. If it's Jonathan Ericsson coming to the corner, and he's just like, no, I'm just staying in the net.
We're not doing blind passes to anyone of that caliber because it's like a 50-50 shot.
Right. I'm not doing any kind of reversal with that fucking goon.
This has been a great argument. I just want to say, though, that I think you can see it from other people's point of view. How I see it, though, now.
I can see it from your point of view, but I can
we
tell
all,
you
we all know that
not.
We all know that you think that other people could see it from your point of view because that's your point of view.
I think we should just assume that Kevin's right.
Yeah, because that's been a key word here tonight in this podcast is assume.
All right,
that's not what
let's cut it for the one timer. Do we want to go with
I'm gonna cut you.
Yeah. I wanted to talk
Howard
about
was
Larkin's. Okay, well, I'll just briefly talk. Actually, we can skip over Larkin's mistake unless you want me to talk about it because here's the one. So we go after it's 2-2. We get up to another. I think it's like 3-3, and then we go 5-3. We have a 2-goal lead in the third period, and we've been giving them up quite often. These goals at the end of the goddamn game. 5 minutes or less, we give up a goal. Mm-hmm. Probably.
That's very common nowadays in the NHL right now. But go ahead.
Oh. So
It does happen too much to us.
This guy comes. It started off kind of on a 1-on-1 on the left side of the boards, and Mike Green is close
for us, or
Huh?
in the ozone for us.
No. So it's they're in our zone.
Okay.
1-on-1 against Mike Green.
Okay.
And Mike Green's actually on the inside of the puck, so he's closer to the boards than he is the net. He's closer to the puck, but he's also slower than this Tampa dude who's on his right hand shoulder. So Mike Green jumps over the guy to get in between him and the net, and then we have a second guy who I forget who the second guy was, but he's also back checking, and those two guys are closing him down. Then Larkin comes in to help Mike Green and the second guy to stop this one dude, to stop this one guy going into Howard. While he does that, and he overcommits, there's
a trailer.
This guy basically loses the puck. I don't even think it was a pass, and goes straight to the trailer. Who Larkin
How far back was that guy though?
wasn't that far. He was right behind Larkin. Like Larkin should have honestly just kind of stood up more.
Right.
Just played
stayed with that guy.
Yeah. Well, played the ice basically.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the football, not man on man, but zone coverage.
Space,
yeah. Just do zone coverage, take the middle of the ice away because it's 1 against 2. You don't need a 1 against 3. You don't need to get that puck right then and there. You need to do zone coverage, and the guy was right next to Larkin at first, but Larkin is so bullheaded that he goes straight at the guy. The guy loses the puck, and now it's an open fucking shot.
The score was 5-3 at this time.
No, at that time it was 5-3 at the beginning of the period. They scored, and then this is the 5th goal. This is what ties up the game, what leads to us losing in a shootout is Larkin's mistake with 5 minutes left to go,
and we're up.
Yeah, we're winning. We're winning the goddamn game.
That's a hard look.
Yeah, if you watch the play, it's literally.
If you're up by 1 goal, you could argue that Larkin was trying to take possession.
Right. I'd be almost fine with that play at that time, but we're winning by 1 goal. It's 1v2 at that point, and Larkin just basically is trying to help. But it's not a good hockey IQ play. It's not something that you should be doing. It's already a 1-on-2. Don't give up your zone. Take over the middle of the ice, especially when there's a guy back checking who wasn't very far. It wasn't like Larkin didn't see this guy at all, and he just blew by him. Like, this guy was right on his back, and he should have been aware of this guy and just taken zone.
So you're blaming Larkin on this, not Howard, right?
Yeah.
Okay. just to be clear.
Yeah. But Howard should have known this. He should have foresaw that Larkin would make a shitty move. So therefore, Howard should be right in the perfect position to make the stop.
For that shot.
Right,
Yeah.
Right. Love it.
All right. Go to the one-timers.
Yeah. Do we have any fines this week or no?
No.
Did we even bring that up
My
last week?
fine ass wife.
That's a fine. Okay, let's go.
All right.
Your hair's a fine.
So, okay. We're moving on to our one-timers. We're going to be doing a Mount Rushmore of our favorite childhood TV shows. Each one of us is going to take a pick, and at the end, we will pick 4 each, and at the end, we'll vote on the best one.
Yeah.
Okay. So my first pick will be the Mighty Ducks cartoon. I don't know if any of you guys remember that.
Never heard of it.
They had
Trash.
guns that shot fucking pucks at people.
Even I'm going to say that is a shitty first-round pick.
Yep.
Well, that sucks.
Not
'cause
on
that
board at
fucking
all.
show
Yeah, I
is
think
sweet.
you might have been able to get that later. So we'll move on, though.
Yeah.
We'll move on. You picked it.
Okay.
So,
Moving to Kevin.
no.
Okay.
I'm just going to go in order. It'd be much easier. I'm going to go with Scooby-Doo. Just
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a classic. It's my favorite. Any cartoon with a dog is just going to be amazing. And yeah,
I mean, Scooby-Doo, you don't have to say that much about it.
yeah,
Scooby-Doo.
yeah. I mean, I hope you've seen Scooby-Doo.
It's a solid first pick. I didn't even think of that one.
What? That was. Do you know what kind of dog he is though, Craven?
Yeah, I do.
Great Dane.
Okay, I asked Craven, not you. So.
Too late. What's that?
Mine is probably going to be the best one for a first rounder. It's going to be the Rugrats.
Wow, did not even have that on my list.
That was on mine?
I had it on mine
That's
just in case, but did not care.
No?
No, they're
Yeah.
babies. I was older than them. I looked down on them at that
What do
point.
you?
It's like, these are children. I'm like 8 years old.
I guess I was young when I watched that. I don't know.
I liked Rugrats.
It's a
I
good-
hated Rugrats.
It was
Who
the
names their
worst.
kid after a fucking vegetable? Tommy Pickles.
They were all annoying too to me. Like I
Yeah.
was like, these children.
Who was the little-
like? Who's the
Ange-
parents here?
Angelica.
Yeah.
Wasn't
That's
she like the
annoying girl.
5-year-old that
Yeah, she
thought
was
she
terrible.
ran the fucking universe?
Yeah.
It just
where's
shows how
she-
much you know because you
Well,
watched
she-
it. 'cause
yeah,
it's a
but
good
she's dead
goddamn
now.
show.
That show's dead, just like Reptar.
Reptar is okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Kevin.
For
Rugrats is gonna win.
with
You got
my
2
pick,
here, Kevin. So
Oh, I got 2. Okay, well
snake draft.
my first, and I think this was the winner, was the Girls Gone Wild
Hey,
infomercials.
I literally had that.
At 2
I knew when you
a.m.
said infomercial. I knew
There was
that was
nothing
it.
better than
Wow,
staying
I
up till
thought it was
2 a.m.,
something else.
getting a little slight chub.
Childhood TV show, not even a fucking TV show. Bad pick.
We discussed this before, though. Kevin was allowed to do infomercials.
Oh, he can do whatever he wants. I'm just
Yeah,
calling him out on
yeah,
the
it was a good
podcast.
one.
It's a
I
terrible
liked it.
pick.
He's a pervert.
How,
gross.
how am I a pervert if I'm a
liked it.
child looking at
Right. No, it was
fucking
a good one.
college titties at 2 a.m. in the morning?
They don't even show him. They're
Exactly.
blurred
I know.
out. You're just a
You were
weirdo.
a child.
Kevin was a kid back in the day, turning it to the fucking blur channels.
Yeah.
And just seeing a little.
If every now and then it comes in and it
Yeah.
comes in clean,
Yeah,
they
oh,
can
yeah.
get like a snip
Yeah.
of
No,
something.
I think what's happening here
I'll watch
is-
this for 2 hours
what's
every now and
happening
then something
here
happens.
is Drew and Jesse were not allowed to stay up past like 10
no,
Yeah.
I know
Like,
exactly.
never seen these.
The very reason I know that that's even a possibility is because I did it too. But like, it's weird that you did it like that's like a good
It's
memory
funny.
for you. Like
That's-
we just did it to fuck around.
That is fucking around, but
It's
that's
not like Kevin
one.
was watching it every
Yeah,
minute, I
it's
don't
just
think.
something
He
that was
picked it-
was.
He picked it as his number one.
that was
so-
something that was always
That's
on
funny.
every night.
All right, go with the number 2.
Just
Oh, my second pick would have to be The Weekenders. I don't know if any of you remember that. Okay, it was about 4 teenage kids. I think they air it on Disney XD now. I could be wrong.
no
but,
wonder you're so fucked up.
The Weekenders was about 4 teenage kids, and basically it cycled through Friday through Sunday and what they did on the weekend. Great show. I'm surprised none of you have even remember that or have heard of it.
Never even heard of it.
no.
I'm sure some of our listeners out there have heard of it. I would
Maybe
hope.
Most people had like real cable, so go on.
That would, well, it was on Disney.
only-
it was on PBS.
Okay.
yeah, maybe.
So many I just thought of. But I'm going to go with my second, which I don't think any of you guys have written it down. I'm going to go with Kenan and Kel.
Wow.
Nice. Wait, is that a misquote? Because wasn't the show actually It's All That?
No, they
is
were
that
on
another
All
thing?
That. They were on it because all that was like Amanda Bynes, whatever her
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
name
yeah,
was. It was like a
And some
collab.
fat
It
white
was
girl.
all of those people like on some show
That's a
like
good
that.
pick.
But Kenan and Kel, it's
I respect
I don't
classic.
agree with that.
I
pick.
respect that.
It's racist.
Orange soda,
yeah, right.
Yeah. Good burger.
Next,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will.
Craven.
I'm gonna go with Rocket Power, and
Fuck.
I knew Drew was gonna take it.
Oh, that
so-
was on mine.
Yeah,
I did have that
I was
too.
shocked that it lasted back to me. But
I didn't.
But that's
I-
going.
with it being hockey.
that was going to
and
be
they played-
my 4th round pick.
Yeah, they
if
were
I got
all
there.
overall just. I looked up to them because I was like 8, and they were a little bit older. They weren't babies like the Rugrats.
You got the
so it
Woogity
was like-
Woogities, you
yeah,
got
the
Squid,
Woogity,
and
woogity,
they
woogity.
played
Street hockey.
Yeah.
Tito,
Twister,
Uncle
and
Tito.
Otto,
They did
and,
all- Otto, yep.
all those characters are pretty
Classic.
Uncle
yeah.
Tito.
I thought that was going to be your first pick. That's why I didn't choose
Rocket
it.
Power is good, but it's my 4th
Uncle
because I got Tommy Pickle, which is a badass. I don't know what the fuck you think you are.
Well, we don't have to go back to the Rugrats, but
I'm just saying,
Drew's
my first 2 are
Drew's up.
probably better than that.
I just think Uncle Tito resembles Kevin Backley in the flesh.
He would like to be Uncle
You
Tito.
got
Who
you got
wouldn't?
2 here, Cap or Drew.
I got 2 picks.
Yep.
Okay. So I did not fully understand the rules. I didn't know that we were picking for what we
course you
think
didn't.
would be most popular. I thought we were just picking our own favorites.
We are.
They kind of, but you also like
You
you can pick your own favorites, but you want the Twitter votes is what you really want.
See, I ain't no fucking sellout.
Oh no, I'm not a sellout. I'm not
Yeah,
like
see,
that.
I
I
ain't
want
no
to go
fucking
that.
sellout. So
It's
my
not
first-
selling out; it's just how the game works.
It's kind of a sellout
How
move.
if you want to win
Kind of a
it.
sellout. You ain't no soul skater. Which brings me to my pick, Brink.
That's a movie.
Wow.
But okay.
Okay. Are you gonna accept it or not?
I accept it.
We're accepting goddamn
didn't-
infomercials.
I actually
so
didn't- yeah.
I have to
I
accept
saw.
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But
Okay. Well, I'm
when
a
we
soul
say
skater.
TV shows, everyone's gonna be
He
like,
did
what the
infomercial.
everyone
so he
is
went
gonna be
further
like,
away.
what the fuck are these guys talking about?
Fuck.
Which I agree. I
Don't
don't
like it.
You said
I
show,
apologize for all the listeners out there. They don't get the word TV show.
So I'm gonna go with Brink as my first pick, and then I'm gonna snipe an odd pick with Gargoyles. I don't know if any of
Ooh.
you guys saw that or liked it.
I vaguely remember that, and it was on Channel 30 in the mornings, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember, but I
Saturday
loved
mornings.
it. The hard thing was they did all their fighting scenes at night, and I could not see it very well.
So why do you like it so much? I mean, I remember watching it, but honestly, I
Because-
don't remember anything about it, which is why I didn't pick it.
I could see it if I had all the lights turned on, and like, you know what I mean.
I guess, yeah.
I would have to sit pretty close to the screen and then be able to see
Kevin
it.
did with the infomercial.
So Brink and Gargoyles. So it's back to you, Joshua.
Yep. It's tough. There's two I'm debating. Yeah. We'll go with Johnny Bravo.
Ooh.
Oh, gross.
Never really cared for
Did
that
you actually
show.
like that show?
I didn't like it, but I respected it. I respected it. I never liked it. I respected it.
How do you why do you respect?
Because Johnny
the cartoon
Bravo was
of
just
Johnny
G. I mean,
He was a
like,
pimp.
at that. Yeah, like I knew that. Like I
You
was a little
didn't
bit
like it.
young, and like I couldn't be Johnny Bravo yet.
I didn't like it, but I respected it. He said that so seriously.
Yeah. Like, oh my god. Like a little kid, you okay?
Yeah, I was a little kid.
This is why it's gonna pull me over the top. I'm gonna pick Pokemon. If
Okay.
you didn't watch the Pokemon series and you didn't want to be Ash who catch them off, you're just fucked.
Yeah.
was
Did you say
playing
catch them
Pokemon.
off or catch them
Catch them all. Catch them all.
Because I mean, I hear catch him off, like walking in on someone,
Whoa.
jerking it.
You're gonna be the guy jerking it.
You poke
if we
'em off?
catch
Yeah.
anyone off, it's gonna be you with that damn infomercial.
Pikachu.
Woo! Come on, Pika
You
Pika
definitely
Pika.
Pokemon was known for the game, not for the show.
Yeah.
Though that's
The
the
show.
thing.
I
I watched the show.
hated. Yeah, I hated the game and the cars.
That's because you
I
don't.
love
you
the
didn't know how
show.
it worked. and
I
you
like the
just
game.
Still don't know.
Yeah,
how
he
any
doesn't know
games work.
rules.
All right, well,
I love Pokemon.
show was good,
in
though.
Do you
all
remember?
aspects.
Do you remember, Jesse? What the
Gen 1
first?
at least.
Do you remember what the first Pokemon series was called? Since you're a big Pokemon fan.
Ooh.
The first series?
Yeah,
You're
like the
such a-
first.
You're such a nerd. Why does
It
anyone?
was
the
Pokemon
Gen 1
Indigo
catch 'em
League.
all. I don't. Oh, that. Wait, it's called the Indigo League?
Indigo League, yes.
I mean, I know that from the game. I don't remember what the actual series was called on TV.
It was Indigo League.
Okay.
You're on the clock, Kevin.
Well, I'm gonna go with. I had. Hey Arnold.
You got two picks. You're the last one.
Ooh,
This is
that's
your
a
last
good one. I
Hey
had
Arnold.
that.
That's a good one.
I think
Hey Arnold.
every.
Yeah, I had Hey Arnold.
Okay, I think everyone remembers Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold, football head.
Yep.
Helga Pataki,
Such a bitch.
that weird kid that hung out in the trash can that breathed
Kevin
heavy.
Anderson.
Stoop kid. Remember Stoop kid? Never leaves a stoop.
Stoop kid. Never lose a stoop.
Stoop.
Yeah, I do
Then he
remember him.
Freaks out. Yeah.
And then my second pick, I'm gonna go with Family Guy.
And this is your last one.
Yeah, that was your last one. That's. I mean.
So you want to repeat your
accept it,
four?
but-
Repeat them.
So I had Girls Gone Wild,
Yeah.
The Weekenders,
Awful.
Never, Hey Arnold,
Good.
and Family Guy.
We'll repeat.
Pretty
We'll
good.
go by it then and repeat
Okay,
them
okay,
again. Like
okay.
so, we can do them real quick.
Yeah. I could either go. I have so many good ones, but I'm not gonna listen to either one of my. I'm gonna go. This is gonna make me sound old or whatever, but I don't care. I'm gonna go Happy Days.
Ooh, that's
Okay.
one of my
Yeah.
favorite shows
Yeah,
actually.
I love Happy Days.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday,
love
Wednesday,
Happy
Happy
Days.
Days. That was a show I watched at Nick at Night all the time.
That's a great show.
Yeah.
So
I think it's on MeTV still.
I don't even have that on my list. I just
It
thought of
is.
that. And
Yeah, it's great.
Which is for any of you that don't know, that's on.
Free.
Yeah,
Free
you have
TV.
to have the HD.
I'll
antenna.
name another
Yeah.
one that's great
No, I
from that
specifically
network.
paid
Is
for
Wonder
that TV.
Years
Yeah,
was
yeah,
fantastic
yeah.
as well.
Yep. Yeah, both those shows are awesome.
Craven.
If we're gonna do extra old TV shows and newer TV shows, then
We're pretty much doing anything now.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going with the Jersey Shore.
Oh my God.
If you actually watched it, great show.
Great
Great entertainment.
Yeah, I like it.
It was like if you realized it was just strictly for entertainment, just amazing show. Showed me how
I
to
mean,
live.
what's not to like
Taught
about?
me how to live.
What's not
I
to
wouldn't know
like about
that.
watching a bunch
I think
of dumb
some
Italians?
of it is scripted too, but
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
exactly.
definitely entertaining.
Yeah.
I watched it.
So is that all of it?
No,
And then
have
you got
more.
one.
I have one more.
Yep.
You do.
Okay. Hey Arnold's already taken. Okay. Now it's down to my final two.
What are the, I want to hear the two on your list.
Well, I actually have four. Do
Okay,
you want
what
me to
are,
read
what are
them
the
all?
last
Well,
four?
yeah. See, no. At the end, though, what we can do is we'll
Honorable
do,
mentions?
yep.
Okay, all right, go on.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what it
So my last pick.
But this is your official, yeah.
Just gonna go with my gut and do Recess.
Oh, I like that.
I loved Recess.
I had that.
All of my Final Four are amazing, but Recess was the shit.
I totally forgot
Just the
about
fort that they had on their fucking playground made me jealous of them forever.
I don't know.
Forever.
They didn't
Was it like a
it was
cartoon,
like
or was
yeah,
it
it was
a
like that
cartoon?
little dome.
Yeah,
cage.
but they made it into a fort, and really only the cool kids were allowed in, and that would have been me, obviously, just
Right.
bullying people. So it was like, would have been good.
All right. So, real quick, what was your four, Drew, in order?
Okay.
And then we'll do honor.
In order was Mighty Ducks cartoon, Brink, Gargoyles, and Recess.
I've literally seen none of those. It's shocking. That's crazy. All right. So mine were Rocket Power, Scooby Doo, Johnny Bravo,
Boo.
Jersey Shore.
Boo.
I'm surprised
Jesse?
no one picked SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I didn't. Even
I
like
had
that.
it.
I
little
I didn't
overrated.
say it. Yeah.
I think we all expected everyone else to take it.
got.
We'll do
Plus, I
those
didn't, I didn't really watch SpongeBob that much.
I picked. What did I pick? I picked Rugrats, Kenan and Kel, Pokemon, and Happy Days.
I think if we're going pure Twitter votes, he has it so far. Go ahead,
easily,
Kevin.
Who?
easily. And the second one is Craven. You guys are way
Who-
behind.
Are you kidding me?
Second is Craven behind
With
me.
fucking Johnny Bravo?
Johnny Bravo was
Johnny Bravo
awful,
gets
but
zero
his
vote.
other three were good. You had Mighty Ducks, which was not that good.
Very good.
Gargoyle, not many people are gonna
No,
know.
yeah,
Very good.
Nobody saw any.
Strong,
of yours.
strong.
And what was your
Brink.
Brink is a movie,
Everyone
so
knows
no one's
Brink.
even gonna
Right.
like
Everyone
you.
knows Brink,
Before
loves
we get
it.
off topic,
Yeah,
we can
go.
debate this. Let Kevin go.
And my four were Girls Gone Wild, Hey Arnold, The Weekenders, and Family Guy.
Kevin might actually. He's gonna be third or second.
Yeah, Kevin's definitely.
See,
Drew's a distant last.
I picked my actual fucking favorites. I didn't sell out like you.
I didn't sell out at all. Mine are legit and they're good.
We
And I
discussed
like
this.
them.
It's just, it's not necessarily.
You played to win. You didn't play with your heart.
Somewhat. No, the only pick I didn't play with my heart was Johnny Bravo. Was
I
Johnny
can't believe
Bravo?
I actually got Craven to say that.
Was I admit it. I admit that, but I also think I had good taste that everybody else agreed. Like Scooby Doo was just a classic that I loved more than anybody else, but other people love it too.
Yeah,
I love Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo's good. I
Everyone
didn't even have
loves
that on my
Scooby-Doo.
list either. All right, so go on. Drew, name
Honorable
your honorable mentions and
Any other ones? you got?
Honorable mentions: Wild Thornberries,
Yeah,
Angry
classic.
Beavers, and
Yep.
Jetsons.
Those are all good.
oh, your Jetsons.
Yeah,
I had Jetsons.
I love the Jetsons.
I love my favorite part about Jetsons is when it's at the beginning when the
theme
wife
song?
takes his whole wallet.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he gets the little cash.
Yeah.
You that show taught you a lot about this world.
All right.
True.
My honorable mentions were where'd they go? Oh, because I knew Kevin was doing an infomercial beforehand, so I didn't know what it was. I thought it was gonna be. I had Girls Gone Wild too, and I had Billy Mays here. That was a great infomercial.
With Oxy.
Yep.
Oh, that's
You
a
guys
good one.
went down a weird path.
Not
But
really.
I also had Courage the Cowardly Dog.
That's
'cause
good.
it's
I had
just a
that as well.
dog, and it kind of scared that show.
Yeah, that was a
scared
weird
me
show.
A lot.
Yeah.
Especially for being the age we were.
Yeah, it was too much. Ed and Eddie. Did anybody see that?
Oh, that's a good one.
No,
Okay.
I didn't
Yeah.
like that show, but I
watched it.
Oh, that was a
Respect to that.
classic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was.
was pretty good. Yeah, those were my only honorable mentions.
Mine. Well, I got. All right, so I have Cat Dog.
I knew
Ooh,
it.
Yeah,
Duh.
I
forgot
knew
about
it. Dog, yeah.
I had Jimmy Neutron, which I kind of liked. I had the Flintstones,
that. Yep.
Oh,
and probably one of my favorite Disney shows that a smart guy I fucking loved.
ooh, yeah, with
Smart
TJ,
guy.
Yeah,
that little fucker.
yeah. So it's the two black guys. One's like the little kid, and he's super smart.
Well, let's not assume their race.
Yeah.
They're black. I'm not.
He was
assuming
like-
anything.
He
That's
was
if they
half.
wanna- if they want to be.
I'm
black.
describing their pigment of skin.
Are you going to say they're male too?
They were male, so yeah.
Wow. All right, Kevin. Your
Honorable mentions for me. I had Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack,
Oh, you're so gross.
and that's
You were a
really-
Cartoon Network kid, weren't you?
Yeah, he was.
Oh yeah.
Oh, gross.
Oh yeah, I like Cartoon Network.
And,
Yeah, some of them were gold, but that what he just listed was awful.
Yeah,
Go ahead
those were
with
awful.
your trash.
That's really all I had.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah. Vote on
Samurai
Twitter.
Jack was like the point in time where I'd be watching a show and Samurai Jack would be coming on
And
afterwards, and I would immediately turn the TV off.
Oh, it was.
turn it off.
I didn't watch it at all. It's just something I
you
remember.
thought
Drew, didn't you do that with Girls Gone Wild too?
Yes, it scared me.
What?
And now you're married.
I thought you were serious about that.
All right, so what do we?
What do we do now? We
I
tell
know
them
it's at
where
the
you can
Flintstones
listen to
either.
us and
That was,
everything.
okay.
that was a good one.
I didn't know there was a final, whatever. So you just put all those online and see what people
Yeah.
vote for?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So that'll be the end of the episode.
Vote for me.
If you're looking for us, you can find us on Twitter at Pine Podcasts. We're also on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, and I think that's it. We have a Facebook. We have an email. If you want to email us
Pay us.
infomercials or
Just email us money.
just
Or Venmo.
crypto.
That's what the kids are
Crypto,
hit
yeah.
to
What is
nowadays.
it? Crypto.
Yeah, crypto.
Whatever.
Cryptocurrency.
So yeah, that'll be it. See you guys next week. Have a good fucking week.